This is just going to further marginalize people. We're legalizing pot, right? Because we recognize that, like, its harm is it's much more harmful for it to be for there to be prohibition, because illegal elements are making money off of the pot. So take it out of the black market. But like B, we're recognizing that the people who are doing jail time for possession and for trafficking and all that sort of stuff are overwhelmingly people of color. So you tell me what's going to happen if you have a guy who's walking down Barrington Street, a white guy in a suit, smoking a joint. How many people are going to call the cops on him? Now, take that same white guy, turn him into a black guy in casual clothing, and ask yourself if he's going to end up with a fine for smoking that joint, for doing the exact same fucking thing that white guy in that suit is doing. It's just going to be fucking racialized nonsense. Furthermore, in terms of the smoking ban, in terms of there being like going from, you can't smoke on city sidewalks anymore. Like, I understand there's some assholes out there who smoke, who are going to be blowing smoke in people's faces. I get that, and I completely understand that, like, those people exist in the world. I don't think it's the majority, quite frankly. I'm an occasional smoker. Every single time that I'm smoking a cigarette, I should do my level best, get out of the way of non-smokers, to not blow smoke in their area. If I notice there are children nearby, I get the fuck away from them, right? Like, it's marginalizing already marginalized people, okay? Like, I'm not saying that I'm a marginalized person, okay? This is just going to have a very minor effect on me as a person, but like, you can smoke in private property, you can smoke in specific areas, and blah, 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 blah. A lot of the private areas that are going to have these smoking enabled, smoking allowed zones are going to be private landowners. It's going to be private institutions, private areas. It's going to be it's going to be like your bars and your taverns and all that sort of stuff, right? You can also smoke in, of course, your own property, on your own land, in your own home, all that sort of jazz. What about the homeless? Because they're going to be basically not allowed to loiter in these places, and they, of course, don't have their own private property. I don't know. It's a bylaw that is overreaching, and it's just was not properly thought through. So I'm going to be writing a letter to my counselor. I believe it's Sean Cleary. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe it's Sean Cleary. I'm going to be writing him, and I will let you know what the letter says. I'm going to let you know what any response that I get from his office is. I know for a fact that Cleary, that he voted rather in favor of this particular bylaw change. I'm going to have my voice heard, because I think that this is just some absolute bullshit. I understand the desire. I completely get the desire to prevent people from, smoking in areas that are meant for children, meant for families, meant to be sort of smoke-free zones. I get it. Okay, totally understand. Totally understand the desire to have city streets be a slightly more comfortable place for people who aren't smoking. Completely understand that, but like overreaching onto people who are doing something that is legal, that is allowed, and it is, they're already, people who smoke on the regular are already taxed to the gills for their habit. I just don't see the sense in it myself. But why don't you tell me what you think? Email into the show, johndulong@gmail.com. If you have a differing opinion, or if you have the same opinion as me, go on ahead. Be happy to hear from you. And you know what? I think that is about going to do it for this episode of the show. This show is produced by me with music from Lone Plays Here. You can check them out at loyaltyfreakmusic.com. Also art by Skylar Greencorn, who you can check out at artstation.com/sgreencorn. You can follow me on social media at Germany, JIBERTY, and follow the show on Facebook.com/The John Dulong Show. Email into the show, like I said, at johndulongshow@gmail.com. I'm always happy to hear from you. And of course, read your stuff on air when I do get it. You can find the show in all the normal podcast places, or by going to johndulong.com. And if you could, rate and review wherever you rate and review, so that helps get more folks listening. Hey, actually show's on Spotify now, so that's exciting. You can check us out over on Spotify. If you have Spotify Premium, search for The John Dulong Show there. If you want to support the show, you can go over to johndulong.com/Patreon, where you can help out the show by donating as little as just $1 US. I've decided to do away with the different reward tiers. If you want to help out the show, by all means, just whatever you feel is appropriate. Happy to take it. Happy to take your patronage that way. But the best way that you can help out the show, tell a friend about the show, get the word out, get them listening, and of course make sure that you yourself tune in every single Friday to the Friday afternoon fiesta. And that's going to do it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. For John Dulong, I'm John Dulong, and remember, if sex is a pain in the ass, well, then you're doing it wrong. Thanks. I'm really sour that I have to work tonight, guys. It's a beautiful day outside, and I don't get to enjoy it. Oh, well. There's worse things in the world. Oh, shit. Happy Pride. It's Pride weekend here in Halifax. I'm going to try and make my way out to the parade tomorrow. But yeah, happy Pride to all of y'all out there. Hope you have a great one. That's going to do it for me. Bye.